Well, hello! Welcome to Watch This Now. My name is Nick, and today I'm going to be looking at the titles that I am recommending to you. These streaming services are all over the place. They're adding things, they're dropping things. I'm going to let you know what I think are the best titles coming to Netflix this month, so you can plan your binging accordingly. Let's get things started with Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece, Kill Bill. Yes, both volumes 1 and 2 are now on Netflix. But if you're a hardcore fan, you of course watch the whole bloody affair as one solid movie because it's just so good. I'm not even the biggest Quentin Tarantino fan myself, but I cannot deny Kill Bill. I love these movies. I love the whole thing. So good. Go watch it. If you need something a little campier for your taste, if you are a fan of the Psycho Stalker subgenre like I am, well then I recommend Chloe. This film stars Julianne Moore, Liam Neeson, and Amanda Seyfried in a twisty, dramatic thriller that I don't want to talk about too much because it's all about discovering the twists and turns of this plot for yourself. What I will say is that Julianne Moore stars as a woman who believes her husband could be cheating on her, so she hires this woman played by Amanda Seyfried to sort of tempt her man to see if he will cheat, and yeah, someone gets obsessed, it turns into a little bit much, and it is just... it's my cup of tea. Chloe, watch it. How about a prestige drama for a palate cleanser? The Talented Mr. Ripley is a dramatic thriller starring Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, and Cate Blanchett. God, can you believe that cast? This came out over 20 years ago in 1999, and it's a fantastic movie where Matt Damon plays a nobody who pretty much just tries to take over someone else's life, maybe multiple people's lives. He tries to get into the world of the wealthy, and I find it to be a very interesting film. It's a little bit long, a little bit slow, but if you like richly made films, I highly recommend The Talented Mr. Ripley. I'm going to be saying highly recommend a lot, I can already tell, so let's move on to our next pick. If you're in the mood for something a little bit more lowbrow, how about the stoner comedy Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle? Yes, this is one of my favorites. It is very 2004, lots of outdated humor, plenty of gratuitous nudity, whatever. It is a lot of fun. I love Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It's silly, it's stupid, but it's the right amount of both of those things, and most importantly, it's very funny. So if you need to just turn off your brain or turn up your brain, you know what to do, and then watch Harold and Kumar. In case you want to get a little deeper or a lot deeper with your films, how about Christopher Nolan's Inception? What is there even to say about this movie? It has a stacked cast, it has a wild concept, it's a dream within a dream, it's planting dreams in people's heads to make them... I mean, is it a dream? Is it all a dream? Or is it... You let me know what you think in the comments below. I think the Inception conversation is still happening, and that's how you know that it's a good movie. Something else that I consider to be a good movie that you might disagree with is the lovely romantic comedy Monster-in-Law. Well, it's kind of a romantic comedy. I'd say it's a Jennifer Lopez movie. So of course it stars Jennifer Lopez as Michael Vartan's new fiancée. She's going home to meet the parents, and wouldn't you know it, Jane Fonda is the mother-in-law to be, and she does not get along with Lopez. It's a funny movie where they are just at each other's throats the entire time. It's very fun. I think this rises above what I think to be a typical studio comedy, and even though it looks like a romantic comedy, I'd say it kind of is overall. It's genuinely funny and totally worth your time. Moving things back around to the world of horror, I have the American remake that started a craze, and that is The Ring, the remake of Ringu. It came out in 2002, and not only do I think that this is a phenomenally well done film that is genuinely scary as hell, this is the movie that made me a horror fan. I remember when it came out, my friends and I went to go see it. We had no idea what it was about. We were scarred. So if you have not seen The Ring, definitely give it a watch. It's really well done. It stars Naomi Watts. What more do I need to say? Naomi Watts. It's great. But if you want to have a little bit more fun, let's bring things back around to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie from the early 90s. I was not even a huge TMNT kid myself, but these movies are such cheesy fun. Order yourself a pizza, put your feet up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know what it is. If you want to bring things back around to some more adult fare, how about the dramatic comedy Up in the Air, starring George Clooney, Anna Kendrick, and Vera Farmiga, in one of Jason Reitman's best films ever. Clooney's character is sent to different companies where he has to fire people, essentially, and he's teaching Kendrick how to do the job. They spend a lot of their times in airports and whatnot, and it's a really entertaining film. Plot-wise, not fully my thing, but it's so well done. I think it'll entertain even you. You guys, there are so many good titles that are now on Netflix. I am just practically drooling over it. My next pick for you is City of God. This is one of my favorite films of all time. I own it. I have in my collection that I have labeled in my brain as just classics because I think this is one of the best films ever. I love City of God. It's set in Rio de Janeiro, and it's just about people trying to survive gang violence and get by in the world. It's very intense, but it is so well done. One of the best films ever, City of God. Look it up. Another early 2000s pick on the opposite side of the genre spectrum is the supernatural thriller What Lies Beneath. The film stars Michelle Pfeiffer as a bit of a paranoid wife. She's married to Harrison Ford in the film, and she starts seeing some spectral visions within her home and decides to do some digging to uncover whatever is going on in her house. I don't want to say anything about this one. Do not look anything up. Just watch What Lies Beneath. There's a lot of hate around it now. I remember it was a hit when it came out, but this movie is so good. It has one of the most tense third act sequences in memory, and I am a huge horror fan, so that's saying something. I just think this is such a well done film. I love this. I love What Lies Beneath. So hate it all you want. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I can take it. But if you haven't seen it, give it a watch before you hate on it, because I think that this is a fantastically done film. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis, one of my favorite directors. I just don't let me ramble. I'll get to rambling. Traveling back in time to the 90s, we have a so very 90s thriller, and that is Kiss the Girls. This is based on the Alex Cross novels, one of them at least, and Morgan Freeman stars as the titular detective who is helping Ashley Judd's character, who has escaped from a serial killer. He has like this collection of women he has kidnapped and is murdering, and it is very disturbing, but it is so well done. I enjoy this one. It's very 90s. It's very 90s thriller. We are down to the nitty-gritty, folks. We are looking at my top 2 picks that are on Netflix this month. And here's another one that I feel like I don't even have to describe for you. It's Pan's Labyrinth, what is hailed as Guillermo del Toro's masterpiece. It's a wonderful film. It's about this young girl who retreats into a fantasy land of sorts. It's Spanish, so whatever, subtitles. Don't be a subtitle hater. Give it a watch. It's so good. I'm like, what do I even say? This movie is just beautiful. Just watch it. And here we are. It's my last pick of this video, and I'm so happy to be able to talk about it because it is my favorite film of all time. So to see it on Netflix so that everyone can get an opportunity to see it, I am so happy. And this movie is American Beauty, directed by Sam Mendes. It stars Kevin Spacey and Annette Bening and like everyone from 1999. It is so good. Spacey might be a crazy person now, but I think he still deserved that Oscar for his performance in this movie. I just think it's perfect. I love it. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. I love this movie. This is one that changed the way that I saw movies. I actually remember watching it with friends in someone's basement because one of my friends wanted us all to see it, and my good friend and I, we just were laughing at it. We weren't paying attention, and you know what? By the end of it, even after making fun of the whole movie, it stuck with me for days after, and I ended up going to a Blockbuster. Oh, the days. Blockbuster. And I rented it and watched it again on my own, and I just was like broken by it. This movie is, I just think, the most beautiful film ever made. What it has to say about the human spirit, I just think is wonderful. It's what I go to film for. It changed my views on what film could do because, again, I just thought it was a complete joke, but then I hate to say it, but like it touched me emotionally in a way that I could not believe, and I love this movie to this day. Again, I think it's perfect. This is not everything that is coming to the streaming service this month. These are my top recommendations for you. If you want to find more information for yourself, you can look up netflixupdate.com and Rotten Tomatoes. They usually put up lists of what's coming and going. That's how I stay up to date. But in case you'd rather just watch a fun video like this, hit subscribe, be on the lookout for more videos on Watch This Now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite picks are in the comments below, what you're watching on Netflix, and what you want to see on this channel. Thanks again, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.